All right, so we have a 49ers schedule leak. This is via Jordan Schultz, the Super Bowl rematch. The Kansas City Chiefs are coming to Levi's Stadium in week 7, and Tom Brady is going to be on the call for Fox as the color analyst. So week 7, that is October 20th. There is no better time to be in the Bay Area. The Kansas City Chiefs will come calling. The 49ers obviously trying to vanquish their nemesis from 2 Super Bowls now. And to do that, they might have to beat the Chiefs in the regular season, because I have a historical comparison. In 1994, the 49ers had lost 2 straight NFC championship games to the Dallas Cowboys, to end the 92 and the 93 seasons. They obviously loaded up before that 1994 campaign. Deion Sanders came over to the 49ers. A couple Dallas defections as well, including Ken Norton Jr., the linebacker. But the 49ers played Dallas in week 11. Everybody remembers the NFC championship game against the Cowboys that year when the 49ers finally were able to get over the hump and then head to the Super Bowl to beat the Chargers. But I think a lot of people forget about the regular season matchup. That was week 11 against the Cowboys. San Francisco won 21-14. And if you talk to any member of the 49ers team, especially somebody like Steve Young, who suffered through the 2 losses in the NFC championship game to Dallas to close 92 and 93, they'll tell you that it was important that the 49ers got that regular season win over the Cowboys in 94. You'll know that after the 49ers lost their second Super Bowl to the Chiefs a few months ago, I talked a lot about the hill that the 49ers would have to climb moving forward. And I think the best historical comparison was the 49ers of those early 1990s. They lost to the Cowboys twice, just like the 49ers have now lost to the Chiefs twice. The 49ers in the 90s were loaded with talent. The 49ers of right now are loaded with talent. But the 49ers of the 90s, that iteration, they didn't win a Super Bowl until they beat Dallas with the third crack at the Cowboys in the playoffs. And obviously, they had to beat San Diego in Miami, Super Bowl 29, to finally get the job done and get the monkey off of Steve Young's back. So I look at this schedule right now and I see, okay, the Chiefs are coming to town in week 7. Season will already be in full swing by then. This is, far enough ahead of the playoffs to where, of course, a team can stabilize after this game, even if there is a loss here, to right the ship and find its way into the postseason. But from a psychological perspective, the 49ers, twice they've thought that they had the better team than Kansas City, and twice they haven't been able to finish games against Kansas City when they've mattered very, very much. Sandwiched in between those 2 Super Bowl losses to the Chiefs, the 49ers also lost the regular season game to the Chiefs at Levi's Stadium in 2021. So they are on a losing streak against this Kansas City team that even goes back to 2019 in the regular season, where Jimmy Garoppolo tore his ACL. When this kind of losing streak is happening, you've got to find a way to snap it. Kansas City has the 49ers number right now, and the 49ers' opportunity to snap this losing streak is going to be on October 20th. One can very easily argue at this point that this is the most important regular season game on the 49ers schedule. It might not be the most important for the standings or for playoff seeding, but if the 49ers' ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl, they've already shown that they can reach the Super Bowl, or at least reach the NFC Championship game with poor seeding. They've shown that they could beat NFC teams. They can go every which way to reach the final game, but they haven't yet shown that they can beat the Chiefs. So if that is the goal, and if you want to psychologically get yourself over the necessary hump, maybe beating the Chiefs in week 7 would be a good idea. Kind of like the 1994 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys 21-14 in week 11. So that's the news. That's the schedule leak. October 20th, week 7, Chiefs and 49ers. Tom Brady on the call. Early, this was a leak. This is from Jordan Schultz. We have official word that the 49ers will open the season against Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets on September 9th. That's also going to be at Levi's Stadium. So we have a couple of the home games accounted for so far. September 9th against the Jets at Levi's, October 20th against Kansas City at Levi's. This obviously season opener will be Rodgers and Purdy, Saleh and Shanahan. number 1 49ers offense in terms of DVOA versus the number 3 Jets defense in terms of DVOA. Flashbacks to Garrison Hurst's 96-yard touchdown run on the season opener against the Jets back in 1998. That was an overtime walk-off winner, 36-30, 49ers over the Jets. That was the last time the 49ers and the Jets had met in week 1. But this is about week 7, 49ers and Chiefs, the rematch of 2 Super Bowls, 54 and 58. Going to be mighty fascinating. This is the compelling stuff that we tune in for during the schedule release. Just to give you guys a little overview of how this is going to work, we might get some more leaks between now and tomorrow. The schedule release in full is not going to happen until late in the afternoon on Wednesday, but the international games will be released at 4 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. So depending on where you are, add or subtract from Pacific time. But at 4 a.m. Pacific time, there is a chance that the 49ers are paired up with the Minnesota Vikings in London. And I think that would be in October of next year. So we just got an October game for the 49ers leaked. That is October 20th, week 7 against the Chiefs at Levi's. There's a chance the 49ers will be in London that month against the Vikings. We already know that the Vikings are hosting Europe game, a London game, and we do know that the 49ers are scheduled to play a road game against Minnesota next year. So it's either going to be to Minneapolis where we can eat another juicy Lucy hamburger. That's the one with the molten cheese inside the patty, or it's going to be a little bit more exciting. It's going to be headed to Europe to watch the 49ers play in London for the first time since 2012 when they beat Jacksonville over there. All right, time for a couple of 49ers questions. People excited about a London game potentially. I'm not saying there's going to be a London game. I'm just saying that at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, Pacific time, we'll find out if the 49ers did get that London game against the Minnesota Vikings. The Kinlaw revenge game in week 1. The Solomon Thomas revenge game is possible too. The Isaiah Oliver revenge game is possible. The DJ Reed revenge game. I think DJ Reed already had some revenge games for himself against the 49ers when he was with the Seahawks, but he is with the Jets right now. All right. Any questions? If not, this is just a quick update to fill you in on the latest with the 49ers schedule. I'm going to talk a lot more a little bit later today. Mike hopes the 49ers don't get the London game. As a fan, he hopes they don't get it. The mileage on his team has been insane the past few years. I'm not a fan, so I hope the 49ers get the London game. I want to see the 49ers in London. So either way, I think there'll be positives. There will be negatives for the 49ers. I could care less about how many miles they travel. It means more airline miles for me. Closer to my United 1K status accomplishment, which means a lot more first-class flights. So that's all okay with me. It might not be okay with Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. All right, all good. Everybody, thanks for watching. We will talk to you very soon. 49ers Chiefs, week 7, October 20th. That is the latest schedule leak. Subscribe, tune in here for everything as it comes.